Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 480, The Very Bad Day of Mr. Pickles. Upper beginner. Mr. Pickles was having a very bad day. First, he woke up late because his alarm clock did not ring. He later found it in the fridge. He did not remember putting it there. Then he put salt in his tea instead of sugar. It was horrible. Today will be better, he said to himself, spitting the tea into the sink. It was not better. Mr. Pickles was a teacher, and today his class had a very important test. But when he arrived at school, he realized he had forgotten the test papers at home. "Oh no," he cried. "The children will be so happy." He did not want the children to be happy. He wanted them to suffer, just a little, like he had suffered with the salty tea. He ran back to his car, but his keys were not in his pocket. He checked his bag. No keys. He checked his shoes. Why, he did not know. Still no keys. Then he saw them, in the lock of the car door. The car was still running. At least one thing is going right, he said. It was not. As he pulled the keys out, the car made a loud beep, beep, beep noise. The doors locked. The engine was still on. His phone was inside. His test papers were inside. His dignity was inside. A small crowd of children gathered to watch. "Mr. Pickles," said a little girl, "is your car stealing itself?" "No," he said, "it is a science experiment about patience." The children nodded, impressed. Mr. Pickles called a mechanic. The mechanic arrived 1 hour later. "Sir," said the mechanic, "your car is locked and running." "Yes," said Mr. Pickles, "that is why I called you." The mechanic scratched his head. "But the window is open." Mr. Pickles looked. The back window was wide open. He had not noticed. The children laughed. The mechanic laughed. Even a nearby pigeon laughed, probably. Finally, Mr. Pickles got his test papers and went to class. The children were waiting. "Good morning, class," he said. "Today we have a splash." A bucket of water fell on his head. The room was silent. "Who did this?" Mr. Pickles asked, dripping. A small boy raised his hands. "It was for the school play, Mr. Pickles. We're doing The Wizard of Oz. You're the Wicked Witch." Mr. Pickles closed his eyes. "I am not a witch. I am a man. A wet, salty, tired man." The children took the test. Some cried. Some fell asleep. One drew a picture of Mr. Pickles as a witch. At lunch, Mr. Pickles sat alone in the teacher's room. He ate a sad sandwich. He had forgotten the filling. Then the head teacher walked in. "Mr. Pickles, the children loved your science experiment with the car. They say you are the funniest teacher in school." Mr. Pickles blinked. "I am?" "Yes, and guess what? The local newspaper wants to interview you. They love funny stories." Mr. Pickles thought about his terrible, horrible day. Then he smiled. "Tell them to bring a camera," he said, "and a new sandwich." Vocabulary notes. Alarm clock, noun, meaning a clock that makes a loud sound to wake you up. Example, his alarm clock did not ring. Similar words, wake up, clock, timer. Spitting, verb, ing, form of spit, meaning to force liquid out of your mouth. Example, he spat the tea into the sink. Similar words, splutter, eject. Important, adjective, meaning something that matters a lot. Example, his class had a very important test. Similar words, significant, serious, major. Realized, verb past tense of realize, meaning to suddenly understand something. Example, he realized he had forgotten the test papers. Similar words: noticed, understood, figured out. Dignity, noun, meaning self-respect, feeling proud and in control. Example, his dignity was inside the locked car. Similar words: pride, self-worth. Crowd, noun, meaning a large group of people. Example, a small crowd of children gathered to watch. Similar words: audience, group, gathering. Mechanic, noun, meaning a person who repairs cars or machines. Example, Mr. Pickles called a mechanic. Similar words: technician, repairman. Scratching his head, phrase, meaning a gesture showing confusion. Example, the mechanic scratched his head. Similar words: puzzled, bewildered. Splash! Sound word onomatopoeia, meaning the sound of liquid hitting something. Example, splash! A bucket of water fell on his head. Similar words: splat, plop. Wicked, adjective, meaning very bad or evil, but sometimes used in a funny way. Example, you're the wicked witch. Similar words: evil, naughty, mischievous. Dripping, verb, ing form of drip, meaning when liquid falls slowly, drop by drop. Example, Mr. Pickles asked, dripping. Similar words: leaking, trickling. Head teacher, noun, British English, meaning the person in charge of a school. Similar words: principal, American English, school director. Interview, noun, verb, meaning a formal meeting where someone asks questions. Example, the local newspaper wants to interview you. Similar words: Q&A, discussion. Story written by DeepSeek AI, image created by Designer AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.
Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.